All your favorite letters. CFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, NFL. All on the RPS. It's the Rod Pedersen Show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the RP Show, and we're underway with Hour 1 of episode 256 of Canada's morning sports talk show. Settle in. Thanks for joining us for coffee this morning. And thanks for checking in from wherever you may be. Paul's on the couch. We're here in the bunker. Everything just seems right.
Yeah.
For now, because I know I'm going to tick some people off here in the rollout for Flooring Superstore. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do that. So be prepared with some of the things that I have to say. I see Carlos Legena checking in from Indianapolis. He says, fastest 2 hours of the day. Let's do this. Let's go. Big day with guests today. Rod Black will be with us from the CFL on TSN, the star of TSN. Rod Black will be with us. Kelly Rempel, the Silver Fox. And it's been so long since we've had the Silver Fox on. I know he's like a bucking horse, just can't wait to get out of the stall, right? He'll be... Well, I haven't talked to him since the CHL settled its lawsuit against those players.
Yeah.
Suing the Major Junior Hockey League. So there's that. And, of course, all the CFL news, I'm going to get into that right away. Rob Vanstone will be joining us from the Leader Post, and Logan Hoffman. Nelson Hakowicz writes in. He is our director of sim events. Did you know that, Paul?
I did.
We gave him a title. Nelson Hakowicz is our VP of sim events, and he writes that poll questions really got him going this morning. Well, thank you. I tweeted that this morning while sitting at my home office desk. Do you want to get into that first?
Yeah.
The poll question today is for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center. Let me call it up here. Will you stand for the anthem at the next game you attend? We're into the hundreds of votes already. 90% of you saying yes, you will stand for the anthem at your next game. What did you vote?
I haven't voted yet.
What will you vote?
I'll vote yes. But I support those who don't. So I don't. Again, I'm trying to think of the next event that I'll go to and what it all means. I'm still processing the whole idea of that because I've never thought about that. This is the first moment that I've thought about. Will I stand for it? My first instinct is I will, but I need to give it some more thought.
Well, that's what I do. We like to be thought-provoking here. I voted yes. I'll be standing for the anthem, and I'm sure it'll be a game in Canada. I'll be standing to honor my country because I love my country. It's the greatest country in the world. There's things about Canada that annoy the hell out of me. But there's nowhere else I'd rather live. That's the truth. Yeah. So I voted yes, but I'm with you. For those that vote no, that's also their choice. I love the freedom of the ability to do that.
Absolutely.
Frankly, whatever you want. So, to the quick six show topics. Are you ready, Jordan? Thank you, Captain Blodgett. I've given him that new nickname today. Point one. It appears the roof is caving in on the CFL. Have you noticed?
I may have noticed.
It is just the way things look. And I'll tell you why. To point two. Justin Dunk breaking the news last night from 3downnation.com that football operations, the salary cap of the CFL that pertains to the coaches and the football ops staff, will be cut by $500,000. Coaches, for instance, going from 11 to 9. Other football operations staff, whether it be video people, analytics people. I'm not sure whether trainers fall into that, but they'll be cut as well, starting for 2021. Not cool. Point three, agents and media calling out Randy Ambrosie now publicly. I saw that this morning. Herb Zurkowsky of the Montreal Gazette, an agent from Montreal who bills himself as an NFL, CFL agent that I saw on Twitter, both calling out Ambrosie, saying, have you taken a pay cut? Randy Ambrosie, I believe, is the highest paid CFL employee. Where's your pay cut? I think the CFL, they haven't been good at PR in a long time. They're really struggling. They're losing the PR battle within the last 24 to 48 hours. So we'll get to that. Bonus point here, because I didn't have it initially written down, but I put it here. Questionnaire being circulated amongst the Canadian Football League Players Association from the union to its players. Questions like, will you play for less money? Will you play on less rest? On shortened rest in between games. It's, why are they asking this? Well, this is clearly what the league is asking. So they want to take the temperature of the players. So it's coming from somewhere. And of course, the reaction's been predictable. The players are against all of it. And I don't like the wording of that, by the way. You're not playing for less pay. If you sign for $65,000 as a rookie, it's divided into 18 games. So if they go down to 9 games, they'll be cutting it in half and dividing it by 9 games. You're not actually playing for less money per game.
Right.
Under the pro rate. Sometimes I wonder if they know that.
Yeah, that's the way I would assume that it would be too. But again, I haven't read those contracts, so I don't know if it's a certain dollar amount that's evenly distributed throughout the season, and then the season in the contract could be determined to be 18 games normally, but maybe the season in this case is applied to be 9 games. I'm sure that's what's trying to be argued from the player's side, so that that whole salary can be divided over whatever the season's going to be, but. It shouldn't be less money. It should be the same per game, I would assume.
I'm coming around on my main point here. As a matter of fact, I'll hit this before I move on to other topics not related to the CFL. My question that is echoing around in my head is, why do you keep attacking the product? The Canadian Football League has a credibility problem. It has nothing to do with the players and coaches. The CFL product may perhaps have never been better. Quality of play. We are on the cusp of the next generation of new great young quarterbacks. How do you think they were found? That was found by the scouting and personnel staff, coached up by the coaching staff. The product is fantastic. What the CFL's been complaining about for at least the last 3 years is declining attendance, declining popularity within Canada. Whose fault is that? The CFL has a credibility problem because of the decision makers. And I would say the marketing people. Look at the staff list on the business side. It's as long as your arm. And why do you keep attacking the players and coaches? And that's just me. That's not me taking their stand because I'm always on their side. It's fact. Why are you attacking the product? Go out and sell more. Get more asses in the seats. Then you wouldn't have to be cutting the product. I've got friends that went to a CFL game last year, outside Saskatchewan, not in this market. Paid $100 a ticket. They didn't really care for the game night production. Thought the game was decent, but they said, we're not coming back. It was overpriced for what we got. That's game night production. That's marketing. That's, the pizzazz around the game, because the product itself needs to be glitzed up. Go to the NBA games. Go to the NFL games, which is awesome for the CFL. Fans do lump them into the big four profile-wise, but they're not getting the chutzpah that they're being asked to pay for. So, again, why are you attacking the players and coaches? The product. Because there's nothing wrong with the product. That's my rant on that. I know there's a lot of comments coming in from people regarding all the earlier topics, but I just got to move on a couple things. 4, ESPN's return to sports special last night. Did you watch any of it?
No.
What were you doing last night?
That I missed.
You were working.
Yeah, my dad's in town.
How's he doing?
We're building a patio.
He seems like a real handy guy.
He is.
The guy's about 5'6" and has arms like The Rock. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, so it was good. And we went to, and I took him to the Tap for dinner. So
how was it?
It was amazing.
Oh, good. I'm sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anyways, I handled it. I was cool to watch the 2-hour special on all of your behalf.
Good.
And it was Mike Greenberg, the host, interviewing all the commissioners of the American major sports. And I just want to say this. All the commissioners look really cool. Gary Bettman did the interview in his backyard in his lawn chair. Did you see it, Paul? And he had a hockey net behind him.
Cool.
And I thought, I don't think he staged that. I think Betts has a hockey net in his backyard in New York. I'm sure he lives in some gigantic acreage, in some little borough or suburb of New York. But anyways, the commissioner, Rob Manfred, of Major League Baseball, was rattled. He looked like he had shell shock.
He's
answering the question.
He's had a tough week.
He's had a tough week.
Yes.
Like last week, 100% chance we're playing games. Yesterday, not so much. And the quote in the interview was, "This is a disaster for our game." I shouldn't laugh, but get your act together, guys. And now, I read ESPN so much. Jeff Passan, the MLB insider for ESPN, is just now saying what a calamity this is for Major League Baseball. How long have we been saying it? I think what it is, we're watching from the 35,000 feet view. When you're in the weeds, it's kind of hard to see.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are really crapping where you eat.
Like going completely the wrong way. Like you can see them marching, but they're not going anywhere near where they need to be. It's not good. It's not good for
from Nelson Hakowich, our VP of Sim Events. Producer, we can't have all that greenery. Toss a hockey net in by those shrubs. That's what it was. It was a hockey net in his backyard, and you know what? It didn't even seem out of place. He's the commissioner of the NHL. What else would you expect?
Yeah, exactly.
Dylan Moran writes in, he says, hashtag fire Rob Manfred. Is it his fault? Is it his fault? He's the referee between the owners and the players, which quite frankly, I think Randy Ambrosie is the same. Look, I love Randy. I've taken a side. I'm on Team Randy. He's not very popular, and he's getting less popular with the players and coaches by the day. But the credibility problem that the CFL suffers from isn't even the commissioner. It's long been the owners and the governors that are completely out of touch. Randy's taken all the flack, and that's what he signed up for. But he's not the problem. Tom Wright left. He's like, I can't deal with these guys. And I think Mark Cohan was the same.
Yeah.
When are they going to figure it out? This is the one that Paul's been waiting for. Point 5. Week 2 in the sim schedule, CFL sim upcoming. I want to ask the viewers, what are your storylines in week 2 of our computer CFL simulation? We will be broadcasting. Can I announce it?
Yeah.
Breaking news. You wanted me to announce it, right, Paul? I did. We'll be broadcasting on Facebook Live, Montreal at Saskatchewan. You and I, CFL Sim, Cody Fajardo, Vernon Adams Jr. from Mosaic Stadium on Friday evening. The return of the President, Naaman Roosevelt. Last week in his Alouettes debut, 1 catch for 20 yards and a loss in Calgary. Naaman Roosevelt. That's my big story of the game. Do you have one?
Cody Fajardo. I mean, we're so in love with Cody Fajardo in this province, but it was all about that contract last year. At what point did he earn the contract?
Right.
Now he's been paid the contract. We just started just automatically assuming he's going to take another step forward into that elite category. So now, he's got the chips are on the table for Cody. I want to see how he comes out in his first game of the week.
Oh, the pressure's on.
Big time.
That's right. His first game, getting all the cheese.
Didn't play in the preseason, I don't think, right?
He played a quarter
in
Calgary. Was 4 of 10 with an interception in the preseason opener. And there's a lot of people debating whether that was worthy of a $450,000 a year contract. So Friday night, we'll be broadcasting it as part of Canada's Game of the Week in Week 2 in the CFL. Let us know in the comment section, what are your storylines in Week 2 of the CFL? Prairie Mobile text line is open to 306-840-8777. If any of this tickles your fancy, 840-8777. Jeff, the Stampeders fan, says Stamps go 2-0, heading into their 4-game road trip. Because the Calgary Stampede is virtually going to be invading downtown Calgary. Virtually. I kind of love living in this fantasy world.
I know.
It's nice.
It's pretty cool.
The reality really sucks right now, but the simulated world is awesome. The Calgary Stampeders are home to the BC Lions on Thursday Night Football. We'll be running that sim on Twitch TV with our VP of Sim Events, Nelson Hakowich. Point 6 here. I need to say, this is the rollout for Flooring Superstore. This is what it's come to with our home renovations. Here's the update, by the way. I had to sit my wife down on our couch on Saturday afternoon, and I said, where's the update? Because I haven't seen the flurry of activity of trades guys coming through here and giving quotes and taking measurements and everything. And she said, I'm getting the best price. I'm trying to keep the price low. She's the contractor, even though she doesn't want to say she's the contractor.
Yeah.
And she said, what do you think of this tile? Can you pick out this tile? I said, I don't care. They all look the same to me. She goes, well, okay. Well, for the fixtures in your steam shower and the new shower that we're doing, do you want chrome? Do you want black? I said, I don't care. Oh, well, the shower head, do you want a rain shower head? Do you want a wand?
Guess what?
I don't care. And I had to sit her down and say, listen, doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean I don't want to be in this house for the next 30 years. I love you as much as ever. But you need to read my lips. I don't care. So not only are our home renovations brought to you by Flooring Superstore, but they're brought to you by Nike too. Just do it!
What are we doing? Like, this needs to be an episode on HGTV. Like, it'd be great. It'd be fantastic. I can just see her going around, picking out stuff. This doesn't... Well, ma'am, this is going to cost you $30,000. That's not in the budget. Do it for 10. Like, I can just see her going through.
I'm with Monty. Get over it. Jeff, the Stamps fan, go with the rainhead, Rod. Trust me. Cool. I'm probably going to go with some sort of very sexy combo of the two. I don't care. Doesn't make me a bad person. Doesn't mean I don't love you, but just go. I would love the freedom to do whatever the hell I want without having to check in all the time. Yeah. You think it would be great.
Yeah.
Those are the quick. Oh, no. The sixth of the quick six show topics is how about the NHL coming in under the radar? You got Bettman in his backyard. Like, you might as well have put his feet up and had a sip of iced tea as he was doing the interview. Just calm. You don't see any squabbles that I hear of.
Right.
Is it a hockey thing? I see Morgan Riley saying, hey, can't wait to get back. I just want to play. There's going to be some bumps in the road. Hopefully we get through those and just can't play. That's what they're all saying.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome what the NHL's got going on.
It's pretty good. Yeah, they're all on the same page, clearly, and that's exactly where you want to be. You understand that, hey, look, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the way that it was. Not going to be the way maybe everybody wants it to be, but we're all on the same team, and I think that's the biggest thing. Everybody feels like they're on the same team with a common goal. It's not the same in baseball. It's us against them. Why can't you?
You know what? Rod Black, I don't know if he's ready, but he's lined up to be. He is? Okay, he's lined up to be our first guest. So maybe we'll get his take on why he thinks that the hockey doesn't have the squabbles or the problems of the other leagues. Are they just hiding it better? Which is possible. Just letting NCAA and NFL and baseball take all the flack. And by the way, so those are the quick six show topics, but our poll question today, will you stand for the anthem at the next game you attend? I voted yes. You said you will vote yes, but you understand those that say no and support them, as do I. 2, yesterday's rock star of the day for Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions was Troy Westwood for a variety of reasons, not the least of which why he hated the U.S. experiment in the CFL, why he hates Donald Trump, and why he doesn't eat pizza pops.
Yeah.
What a psycho! Who doesn't eat pizza pops? I want to talk about Chuba Hubbard, obviously at Oklahoma State, because he's a Canadian kid, taking a stand against head coach Mike Gundy. I want to talk about, imagine if Colin Kaepernick was signed as a backup. Just imagine. You understand, it's not that simple. Just say he signed in Seattle. And they're starting Russell Wilson. He throws one pick. The crowd, we want Cap. We want Cap. The media all week. Why aren't you starting Colin Kaepernick? You signed him. Right?
Yeah, there's a reason you're not starting him.
It's the circus that will ensue.
I know.
And so a lot of things on the table today. Rod Black next. It's the RP Show. This has been the Rollout for Flooring Superstore, the proud sponsors of our home renos too. And you're watching on Facebook Live, Game Plus TV Network, and listen live at rodpeterson.com.
You're watching Rod Peterson On Demand. For more of The Rod Peterson Show, visit rodpeterson.com or follow Rod Peterson on social media.